Good morning. I am Tracy Spence with your newscast. This newscast is brought to you courtesy of BioLife Energy Systems. Come join, believe in. Call them at 800-875-5433. USA Credit Repair, the key to beautiful credit. You may call them at 800-786-1330. Cruising with the Case Handler, a show on personal injury and immigration, weekdays 8:30 a.m. on Saturdays 7 p.m. and 12 noon on Sundays. And Supreme Power Homes, call them at 800-493-9002. Now for the news in details. Jamaica's anti-corruption watchdog National Integrity Action (NIA) has come out against plans to allow mining in the Dry Harbour Mountains in St. Anne, saying the move would be in breach of Jamaica's constitution. Professor Trevor Monroe, Principal Director of NIA, said Prime Minister Andrew Holness must reconsider and withdraw approval to Bengal Development Limited to mine in the area. Professor Monroe has pointed out that one of the grounds on which the government environmental and conservation agencies had refused the application in May 2020 was the expected deleterious effect on the environment. He noted that Chapter 3 of the Constitution explicitly protects the right to enjoy a healthy and productive environment free from the threat of injury or damage from environmental abuse and degradation. According to Professor Monroe, law in mining in the Dry Harbour Mountain goes against Jamaica's National Development Plan Vision 2030. He noted that Jamaica is already behind on its targets. Jamaica's parliamentary opposition wants Prime Minister Andrew Holness to put plans in place for strict enforcement of COVID-19 protocols before consideration is given to relaxing restrictions for the Christmas season. Opposition spokesman on health, Dr. Maurice Guy, says there could be a further spike in COVID-19 cases after the Christmas season if preventative measures are not strictly followed. The opposition spokesman comments come as the government is expected to announce this week whether COVID-19 restrictions will be eased for the holidays. Last month, Prime Minister Andrew Holness suggested COVID-19 restrictions would be relaxed. Meanwhile, Jamaica's Minister of Tourism, Edmund Bartlett, says most of the major airlines serving Jamaica are increasing service as demand picks up. These include American Airlines, Delta, JetBlue, United, Southwest, Air Canada, WestJet, and Copa. According to Minister Bartlett, in the United Kingdom, British Airways started twice-weekly service to Montego Bay from London Gatwick, adding to its regular London Gatwick-Kingston service. The tourism minister made the disclosure recently while addressing the Jamaica Product Exchange at DAPEX 2020 virtual media briefing. He said Expedia reported that searches for Montego Bay rose 15% in July, and Jamaica was among the most searched for destinations in the Caribbean. In sports this morning, Jamaica's Alia Atkinson produced a season's best 1.0266 to win the women's 100-meter breaststroke as her London Roar team booked a spot in the final at the second edition of the International Swimming League ISL in Budapest, Hungary on Sunday. Following a spirited start to the semi-final on Saturday when she claimed 2 silver medals in the 50-meter breaststroke and the 4x100-meter medley relay, complemented by a new national 100-meter butterfly record, Atkinson literally saved the best for last to end the match on a high. Her dominant breaststroke display brought about her 4th fastest career time behind her world record swim of 1.02.36 done in 2014 and 2016 in Qatar and France respectively, and 1.2.40 clocked in Singapore in 2016. Atkinson's performance over the 2 days aided in ensuring that the Melody Marshall coach London Roar remained on course to capture the coveted title at the 5-week competition in the Central European country. And that is it for the news. This newscast came to you courtesy of BioLife Energy Systems. Come join the living. Call them at 800-875-5433. USA Credit Repair, the key to beautiful credit. You may call them at 800-786-1330. Cruising with the Case Handler, a show on personal injury and immigration, weekdays 8:30 a.m. on Saturdays 7 p.m. and 12 noon on Sundays. And Supreme Power Homes, call them at 800-493-9002. On behalf of the news and production team, I am Tracy Spence. Do have a good morning.